Okay, welcome to our class today. I want us to look at the factory job costing. In our previous lesson, we learned about the contract costing. All of them are under job costing, but now the factory job costing is done when a customer has special requirements. So, factory job costing is that costing which is undertaken in factories or workshops to the customer's special requirements, which are given separate job numbers. So each job is given a separate job number and is according to the customer's special requirements. Each job is completed within a specific time. Each job is completed within a specific time. So they must be given specific time for the completion of the job. All the costs incurred in respect of a particular job are charged to that job. Any cost which you incur for the particular job, because there are more than one jobs, so any cost which you incur in respect of any particular job are charged to that job, that specific job. So factory job costing is applied in small cost units when you are producing small quantities according to the requirements of the customer, small quantities of the product. So when you are doing job costing, or when you want to prepare a job costing sheet, which we call cost estimate, you must have a job cost card. So you are supposed to follow the following steps. During production, when now the products are being produced, the direct costs are charged to the job. Direct cost includes direct materials, direct wages, and direct expenses. All those costs which are directly involved in the production of a particular product, they are charged to that job, that specific job. Then a share of the overheads of each cost center is charged by means of overhead absorption rates. We learned about how you come out with an absorption rate when we are looking at the overheads as a topic. So the way you charge an overhead to the cost centers is the same way you are going to charge the overhead to the job, that specific job. Step 2, when the job is completed, it is put in the finished goods at stores at factory cost. So you charge the goods which you have taken to the store after they have been completed. You charge them at the cost which you incurred in the factory, not the selling price. You use the factory cost, whereby we say factory cost, you get it after you have added all the direct costs, meaning the direct materials, direct labor, direct expenses. You get the prime cost, and then you add the production overheads. So after adding those factory overheads to the prime cost, you get the factory cost. That is the cost which you are going to charge to the finished goods when you put them to the stores before you sell them. So after charging them the factory cost, you are supposed to deliver now the materials or the goods to the customer. So when delivering the job to the customer, step 1, a share of administration and selling overheads is charged. Part of the selling and administration overheads, they are shared to the factory cost. So it is supposed to be charged to that job, specific job, according to the customer's requirement. Then the difference between the total cost and the selling price, you get the profit. Total cost will include the factory cost. After getting the factory cost, you add administration overheads and the selling and distribution overheads for you to get the total cost. Then after selling the materials, the amount which you receive is what we call selling price. So the difference between total cost and the selling price is the profit. So if the total cost is more than the selling price, instead of getting a profit, you are going to suffer a loss. But when you are doing job costing, that is factory job costing, your need is to get a profit. So you make sure that the selling price is more than the total cost for you to get a profit. So I want us to look at the layout of a cost card. How you prepare the cost card, following the steps which you have already done. You must write the description of the job. You write the job number, because we say each job is given a specific number. Write the job number. You write the quantity which is required by the customer. You have the date, the reference number, you have particulars, or you can call it details. Now we have the cost, the total cost. For you to get the total cost, you must understand the quantity, rate, and the amount. So we start with the direct materials, that's the direct labor, and the production overheads. You write the quantity, you write the rate, and the total. Then we have administration and selling overheads. So as we follow the procedure, you can see we have the direct materials, we have the direct labor and production overhead, which will give us the factory cost. Then after getting the factory cost, we add the administration and the selling overheads for us to get the total cost. Then the difference between the total cost and the selling price is the profit. So that is all about the factory job costing. They are following the same format for the cost statements. Next time we are going to learn about batch costing.